Confined Space Entry, CSE, course. Confined spaces can pose serious risks, from hazardous atmospheres to physical entrapment. This training course will equip you with the knowledge and skills to identify, evaluate, and safely enter these potentially dangerous environments. Course Overview. 1. Comprehensive Program. This course provides essential training on safety procedures and protocols for working in confined spaces, which pose serious risks to workers' health and lives. 2. Target Audience. Safety officers, supervisors, managers, industrial workers and people who are working in confined spaces, such as construction and maintenance. 3. Accreditations. Conducted in accordance with OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Administration, guidelines. Confined Space Standards. Scope and Application. Explore OSHA's various confined space entry standards and how they apply to your workplace. Permit required spaces. Learn to recognize confined spaces and determine if they are permit required. Entry program requirements. Understand the essential components of a compliant, permit-required confined space entry program. Identify confined spaces. Confined spaces. A confined space is an area with limited access and egress, and not designed for continuous occupancy. Permit required. A permit-required confined space has additional hazards that require a written permit and special precautions. Examples. Common confined spaces include tanks, pits, silos, vaults, and tunnels. Confined Space Entry Program. Develop Program. Establish a comprehensive written confined space entry program with clearly defined roles and procedures. Train employees. Ensure all entrants, attendants, and supervisors are properly trained on the program. Maintain program. Regularly review and update the program to address changes in the workplace. Roles and responsibilities. Entrants. Understand and follow entry procedures, use required equipment, and monitor for hazards. Attendants. Remain outside the space, monitor entrance, and initiate rescue procedures if needed. Supervisors. Authorize entry, verify procedures are followed, and ensure rescue services are available. Contractors. Coordinate confined space entry activities and comply with the host employer's program. Rescue and emergency. Evaluate hazards. Assess the potential rescue and emergency needs for the confined space. Develop procedures. Establish rescue and emergency procedures, including training and equipment. Coordinate services. Arrange for and train external rescue and emergency service providers. Confined space equipment. Personal protective equipment, PPE. Harnesses, respirators, gloves, and other gear to protect entrants. Atmospheric monitoring. Devices to continuously test air quality and detect hazardous conditions. Ventilation and purging. Equipment to circulate and purify the air in the confined space. Communication. Radios, phones, or other methods to maintain contact with entrants. Course curriculum. Understand the scope and application of OSHA's various confined space entry standards. Identify confined spaces, then determine if they are permit required. Understand OSHA requirements for developing and maintaining a permit required confined space entry program. Know responsibilities of entrants, attendants, entry supervisors and contractors. Identify when you may utilize OSHA's alternate entry and reclassification procedures. Understand the requirements for rescue and emergency services. Have a basic knowledge of the general use and limitations of related equipment. Practical exercises in donning breathing apparatus. Practical exercises in gas testing by multi-gas detector. Practical exercises in use of Neil Robertson stretcher. Practical exercises in rescue from confined space by tripod winch. Practical exercises in use of automatic resuscitator. Practical exercises in use of AED, automated external defibrillator.
Contact us for more information. You can call us, email us, or go through our website and visit us at this address.